Welcome to Unveiled Local, Hidden Gems, the podcast, where we uncover the best kept secrets and unforgettable experiences in the Midwest. My name is Alayna Jaye, and if you love discovering unique places, off the beaten path adventures, and stories that bring local culture to life, then you're in the right place. Today, we're heading to Wabasha, Minnesota, home of the Grumpy Old Men Festival. Yes, it's inspired by the iconic film that stars Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. And just like the film's famous rivalry, this festival brings out the competitive spirit in the best way. Ice fishing, curling, and so much more. And of course, there's plenty of plaid, #plaid life. As Max Goldman once said, you can wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which gets filled first. Well, today, we're here to celebrate a tradition that's filled with fun, friendship, and fantastic winter activities. Now, if you haven't seen the movie Grumpy Old Men, I want to give you a little synopsis so that you know what you're getting into when you go to the Grumpy Old Men Festival. Now, if you didn't know, Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men, the sequel, is based in Wabasha, Minnesota. And it's all about two lifelong neighbors, John Gustafson, that's played by Jack Lemmon, and Max Goldman, played by Walter Matthau. They've spent decades engaged in this bitter rivalry. That's pretty hilarious. Their feud intensifies when a beautiful new neighbor, Ariel Truax, that's played by Anne Margaret, moves in and stirs up a bit of competition between the two aging bachelors. There's witty banter, ice fishing antics, and also a touch of romance. This film is a love letter to small town life and the importance of friendship, even if it comes with a little grumpiness. Now that you know about the movie, let's get into the festival. Grumpy Old Men Festival. Again, it's in Wabasha, Minnesota. This is the 32nd annual, and most of the events are based off of the movie. So obviously they had to have an ice fishing contest, right? 32nd annual. It's taking place this year, Parkside Marina, right on the Mississippi River. It is absolutely gorgeous. This fishing tournament, it's for anglers of all skill levels, friendly competition, obviously. That's the whole theme of this festival, friendly competition, but a lot of fun. Again, right on the Mississippi. You can't get better than that. They also have the Grumpy Plunge. This is the 17th annual this year. You basically jump in icy cold waters. Yes. The cool thing, though, is you raise money for local charities. Now, I've done this before. I haven't done the Grumpy Plunge. I did another plunge a couple of years ago, and I want to give you some tips and tricks if you plan to do the Grumpy Plunge, or if you're ever planning to do a plunge in general, because I wish I knew these things. One, make sure that you bring comfy, baggy clothes. Emphasis on baggy. You don't want to bring those joggers, you know, the pants that get tight near your ankles. You don't want that, because right after you jump into that cold water, you need to run out of that cold water. And the plunge that I did, I ran out and immediately ran into a warming house where my clothes were. And you would think that the warming house would be at like 90 degrees, right? Make it warm for us. We just jumped into freezing cold water. No, I think they had it like 50 or 60. So still was not warm enough, at least for me. I hate to complain. But I didn't bring super comfy clothes to change into after. I didn't know what I was getting into, right? It was my first time. Make sure you bring comfy clothes. Also bring towels. Emphasis on this. Towels, multiple. Don't just bring one towel. The other thing, too, is bring another pair of shoes. Maybe bring like Crocs. Okay, because when you get out of that water, some people don't like to jump in with their shoes, which understandable, right? If you do jump in with your shoes, you're going to want another pair of shoes. But if you jump in with, you know, your bare feet, make sure that you have another pair of shoes that are at that area where you're going to be running out of, so you can put your feet in there and then run to that warming house or wherever you have to go to put on your warm clothes. Also, though, getting into more of the events at the Wabasha Grumpy Old Men Festival, they've got movie showings of Grumpy Old Men. Yes, it'd be kind of funny if they only showed it at all of the theaters in Wabasha. I'm not sure how many theaters are even there, but if you walked in and all of the theaters only showed Grumpy Old Men. Sadly, that's not the case, but they do show it at the National Eagle Center, and they don't just show it one time throughout the weekend. They do it multiple times. So if you can't make it to one showing, you can make it to another. And the nice thing, too, is you're inside. It's nice and warm, okay? A couple of these events are outside, but this one, you're inside and you can stay nice and warm. They also have the Grumpy Market. This is cool. A lot of local vendors will be here. This is on Saturday. I saw, and I'm not sure if this was from a vendor or if this is from the Grumpy Old Men Festival themselves, but somebody has a Grumpy Old Men Festival mug and it looked so cool. So I'm not sure if they're going to be selling that at the Grumpy Market. I feel like they probably will, but there's going to be some cool things. Again, you'll probably see a lot of plaid. That's kind of the attire for the weekend. So if you're going, pack plaid. You don't want to be the odd one out, the one not wearing plaid. Hashtag plaid life. The cool thing too is they have a lighted ATV parade. Yes. So they have all these ATVs that are decked out with, Christmas lights. Some of them tow cool things. That's going on Friday night. They also have a hot dish luncheon at United Church of Christ. That's going on Saturday. You can't have a Minnesota festival and not have hot dish, right? Like you got to have both. When you think of Minnesota, you think of hot dish. So I'm not sure which hot dish they're going to have. I feel like they might go with the classic tater tot hot dish, but either way, any type of hot dish is delicious. I'm there. Getting more into the friendly competition, they also have the Busch Light Curling Contest. That's going on Saturday. So if you're a curler, you can sign your team up. If you're not a curler, still fun to watch. I remember trying curling when I was in high school. I wasn't good at it. That's way too hard. And nowadays with my body, I don't know if I could bend down and get into that stance. You really have to stretch out. Oh, just thinking about it, my knees hurt. But anyway, if you're all about that, they have curling on Saturday as well. Now, if you're not one for outdoor competition, you're like, ice fishing, no. Curling, no. Maybe it's just too cold, right? I get it. It's been really cold here in Minnesota. I think right now as I'm recording this, we're like -20. Extreme cold warning I see on my phone. Yeah, it's been cold. If you don't want to bundle up and do that, you can go inside the VFW on Saturday. They have their cribbage tournament. Yeah, I haven't played cribbage in years, but you know what? You can still play and have fun, right? Even if these are tournaments, you can still go and watch too. Go cheer on the cribbage players. I don't think any cribbage tournament has ever had people cheer on, but you know what? Let's be the first to do it, right? Let's be the first ones. Maybe I have to do a little golf clap. I can't even remember how to play the game, so I'm not sure what you would cheer for, but I feel like you could do it. But again, make sure you wear your plaid, okay? Every event you go to, make sure you wear your plaid. One more event that I want to highlight that happens at the Wabasha Grumpy Old Men Festival is on Saturday. They have their flannel and frost party with the Riverboat Queens. Yes, the Riverboat Days Queens. They'll be there. Again, it's flannel and frost. So make sure you wear your flannel, your plaid. They'll have gourmet s'mores, which honestly sound delicious. I don't even know what a gourmet s'more is. I know that I love s'mores. And if it's gourmet, I'm there. I know that I love when we go to the lake, instead of using the usual Hershey's chocolate, you use Reese's cups, or you get the special Hershey's, the cookies and cream, or maybe even put a little Twix on there. Woo, that's what they're doing. I'm here for it. Also for the kids, they have carriage rides. They'll have hot chocolate there as well. A bunch of fun activities. Again, this whole festival, even though it's called the Grumpy Old Men Festival, you can be any age. You can be a child. You can be a woman. It's not just for grumpy old men. Oh, man. This festival sounds like a blast. Now, if you want to go this year in 2025, it's happening this weekend, February 21st through the 23rd, but it happens every year. Okay. They've been doing this for 32 years. I don't see them stopping anytime soon. So make sure you get out there, wear your best flannel, hashtag plaid life, at the Grumpy Old Men Festival. And as John Gustafson once said, the only thing in this world that's better than a big, juicy hamburger is a big, juicy hamburger with extra onions. Well, I'd argue that the only thing better than winter is winter in Wabasha at the Grumpy Old Men Festival. Make sure you get all the details, wabashamn.org/Grumpy Old Men Fest. You can find them on Facebook as well, Grumpy Old Men Festival. Thanks for listening to Unveiled Local Hidden Gems, the podcast. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and find more hidden gems at unveiledlocal.com.